Hey guys, if you could check out what we're doing over here. So we're plumbing the intercooler back through the firewall. This will be the in to the intercooler, and this will be the out back to the throttle body. But we can't make this connection solid. If you make it solid, it's going to rip itself apart just over time. So it may not break the first time, but the 5th or 10th or 20th time when you're 2,000 miles from home, you're going to have a problem. So, and I don't typically like to do advertising for other companies unless I think they really believe in their product. And I don't know this gentleman, but I've been buying from him probably for more than 20 years. I guess when he was working out of his garage or some version of that. But these Motion Raceworks clamps are pretty double bad. I mean, they really are. And in order to join like this situation here is a 3.5 inch aluminum tube that we're trying to connect. And a lot of you guys are going to obviously either have used these or know all about them. Once you get the plastic off this skin pack here. So it has a quick pin and a flip clamp that goes around this deal to actually hold these two together. So you basically put these O-rings on here, which I should have put one together ahead of this video. There's just one. And then you take the other one, put this together. Oop, don't drop that. And then basically when you do that, and then you should grease this up a little bit and then slide this over here. And then after you put this over it, it provides a seal where this effectively seals this, and then you put this clamp over the top of it and it seals it up, basically, once this is on there. And it just provides a really flexible, awesome seal where you're not gonna pop this off, or it's great with, you can't get everything 100% aligned between the front and the rear. And besides, with the movement of the car, even though you think it's pretty rigid, yeah, you did your best to mount this rigid and that rigid, and it is, in fact, but just vibration alone and boost and these other things. So you need a flexible joint, and these things are very reliable. I know some of the guys like to put bolts through here. I don't think that I've ever seen one fail, but some guys like to use a really long 1032 bolt through there if they're really worried about it. But bottom line is we use these all the time and they're badass. You can see we got this installed. It's rough. When I say rough, I don't mean it's rough work, but what I mean is it's roughed in. There's welding and detailing and other things that have to go on, and I have to install the O-rings and the fittings. But you can see if you close up on this deal, you can see that we put the charge pipe through the firewall, and this is what allows, now the O-rings aren't in there, but when you take and pop the clamp out with the O-ring with the push button, you can see that basically it comes apart, and you can see basically that's the deal. It's a pretty tricky unit. So once the O-rings are on, basically you install it over the top, then you put your clamp in there. I got these really close. I probably shouldn't have got them that close, but it's my own personal car, so I can, and without the O-rings, it doesn't hold itself in there really well. Almost need a third hand here. Where am I gonna find a third hand around here? Yeah, so basically in a nutshell, I did it without the third hand. So basically in a nutshell, and this is the part that I told you, some of the guys have told me that they, for their own comfort level, they want to end up running a 1032 bolt through there, but that's it, one and done. And then basically under boost, it can only go so far because it's got a lock ring. And then with the O-rings, it seals it up. So pretty cool setup. I mean, with these modern cars, with the intercoolers and as large as they are and moving as much air as we are, having a system like this so that you can not have a failure on the racetrack, that's a big deal. So, I mean, you could make almost anything work, and you could use old school hose clamps with beating the edge and turbo clamps. I mean, heck, that was the way they did it for years, but this makes serviceability really good too. So anyway, stay tuned. We're gonna, as soon as we get the rest of the back of the car on, we're gonna plumb from here back to the throttle body and get it prepped so that we can go on top of the intake for the engine. So anyways, like, subscribe, and just go ahead and keep doing that so we can keep doing this. So you guys be good. Peace.